Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mindy, and I'm going to be doing a book haul today. I have quite a few books here that I got in the last half of January, and these were all from publishers. I didn't buy any books yet this year. The first book I have here is Eden West by Peter Hotmeyer, and it's coming out in April. It came out in April of last year, and it's about this cult um, that about this boy, and he was brought up in a cult. So it's about what happens when he starts questioning things. So I got that one. And then I got Night Study by Maria V. Schneider, and I haven't read any of the books yet, but I will be reading the other books and then reading this book. So this is the next one in this series. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And then I got Promise Lodge by Charlotte Hubbard, and I don't know when the Night Study's coming out, and this is the first in a new series, and it's coming out in March. And it's about these sisters that open up a lodge together. And it's just sounds like a typical Amish book. So I'm looking forward to it. And the next one is Simon Thorne and the Wolf's Den by Amy Carter. Let me see if this has when it's coming out. February 2nd. So next week this comes out, and it's a middle grade book, so I'm looking forward to reading it. It should be nice and fast read. And the next book I have is First Life by Gina Showalter, and this comes out in March of this year. So it says, welcome to First Life, book one of the Ever Life novels from best-selling author Gina Showalter. Tinley Lockwood has spent the past 13 months locked inside the Prynne Asylum for refusing to let her parents choose where she'll live after she dies. There is an eternal truth most of the world has come to accept. First Life is merely a dress rehearsal, and real life begins after death. In the Everlife, two realms are in power. Troika and Myriad, eternal and deadly rivals. Both will do anything to recruit Tin, but they'll also kill her to keep the other realm from signing her. Caught in a dangerous tug-of-war, Tin doesn't know who to trust. Now she must stay alive long enough to make a decision. That sounds really good, so I'll be picking that one up soon. And then Writers by Veronica Rossi, and this one comes out in February. Says, for 18-year-old Gideon Blake, nothing but death can keep him from achieving his goal of becoming a U.S. Army Ranger. As it turns out, it does. Recovering from the accident that most definitely killed him, Gideon finds himself with strange new powers and a bizarre cuff he can't remove. His death has brought to life his real destiny. He has become War, one of the legendary four horsemen of the apocalypse. Over the coming weeks, he and the other horsemen, Conquest, Famine, and Death, are brought together by a beautiful but frustratingly secretive girl, to help save humanity from an ancient evil on the emergence. They fail. Now bound, bloodied, and drugged, Gideon is interrogated by the authorities about his role in a battle that has become an international incident. If he stands any chance of saving his friends and the girl he's fallen for, not to mention all of humankind, he needs to convince the skeptical government officials the world is in imminent danger. But will anyone believe him? So that's looks interesting. And then I got Marked, and this comes out in February. So Lila Nordstrom lives in a society where only the brightest students have a chance to go on to university. The rest are left to accept their lot and scrape by or join the Red Fists, a criminal and highly dangerous rebel group. After a misstep, Lila is tattooed, marked as a criminal. Humiliated and all but ruined, she jumps when offered a chance at redemption, but it comes at a cost, betraying a childhood friend she has come to love and risking her family's future. Both story and artwork, comic-style illustrations that give background on Lila's society, propels this suspenseful, multi-layered story, perfect for the fans of Scott Westerfeld, Libba Bray, and Chelsea Castellucci. Oh, and this, I forgot to say who it was by. It's by Laura Williams McCaffrey. So, these all sound really good. I don't know when I'm going to have a chance to read them all. Okay, the next one is A Cure for Madness, and it doesn't say when it comes out, but it says, Save your family, save the world, choose one. Claire Campbell has worked hard to create distance between herself and her troubled family, but when she receives news of her parents' murder, she's forced to return to the quiet town of Clarkston, Maine, to arrange their funeral and take legal guardianship of her unpredictable and mentally ill brother Wes. While Claire struggles to come to grips with the death of her parents, a terrifying pathogen outbreak overtakes the town. She is all too familiar with the resulting symptoms, which resemble those of her brother's schizophrenia, hallucinations, paranormal and bizarre, even violent behavior. Before long, the government steps in, and one agent takes a special interest in Wes. Claire must make a horrifying decision: save her brother or save the world. So that's A Cure for Madness by Jodi McIsaac. Lifeboat Click by Kathy Parks. And this comes out in March. So, Denver Reynolds Lifeboat Survival Rules. Don't let Abigail and her hate-filled freckled face get to you. 2. Try not to kill Harley and Sienna. Those ditzes might just make themselves useful. Yeah, right. 3. Let Trevor be Trevor because you have no choice in the matter. 4. Stop thinking about Crow. Stop thinking about him. 5. Stay in control. Listen to your instincts and maybe you might make it out alive. 6. Don't drink seawater, ever. So, story is about this girl going to a party where all the popular kids went, and I think there's some kind of disaster where they all have to be in a lifeboat. I think it might be a tsunami or something like that, and she ends up in a lifeboat with a bunch of popular kids, and it's just like what happens. So that's interesting. And the next one is Noah's Wife by Lindsay Stark, and it came out on the 26th, 2 days ago. So, praise for Noah's Wife. Noah's Wife by Lindsay Stark is a riveting fable based loosely on the biblical story of Noah's Ark. Although the novel is filled with such exquisite detail that you may want to read this while sitting under an umbrella. Stark's strength is in her characters. She peoples the sodden town with compelling, often hilarious individuals, each of whom will remain with you long after you turn the last page. Melanie Benjamin, New York Times bestselling author of Aviator's Wife. So, this sounded really interesting to me. And the next one is really thick. It's The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson, and it comes out in May by Simon & Schuster, and I've never read anything by Morgan Matson, so this will be my first Morgan Matson read. It says, Andy had it all planned out. Important internship? Check. Amazing friends? Check. Guys? Check, as long as we're talking no more than 3 weeks. But that was before the scandal, before having to be in the same house with her dad, before walking an insane number of dogs. That was before Clark and those few months that might change her whole life. Because here's the thing, if everything's planned out, you can never find the unexpected. And where's the fun in that? So, this sounds cute. So I'll have to read that soon. And then next one is The Invisible Client. And this sounded interesting to me because it's about a lawyer, high-powered personal injury attorney. The good things in life come with a price tag. Cars, houses, women. That's why he represents only cases that come with the possibility of a nice cut of the action. But as a favor to his ex-wife, he meets with the mother of a 12-year-old Joel, a boy poisoned by tainted children's medicine. While the official story is that a psycho tampered with the bottles, the boy's mother believes something much more sinister is at work, and the trail leads right back to the pharmaceutical companies. As Noah digs deeper into the case, he quickly finds himself up against a powerful corporation that will protect itself at any cost. He also befriends young Joel and breaks the #1 rule of personal injury law: don't make it personal. Faced with the most menacing of opponents and the most vulnerable of clients, Noah is determined to discover the truth and win justice for Joel, even if it means losing everything else. And then the last book I have is Dark Bride by Jonathan Ryan. It's a Three Gates of the Dead book 2. And it doesn't say when it comes out, but it's the second. Yeah, it's the second. Well, it comes out. It came out April 21st of last year. So this is the second book. So I've already bought the first book in the series, so I can read it before I read this one. And this says when Father Neil deciphers a voodoo message with a dire warning, he reveals he is part of the Order of the Five Sorrows, a group dedicated to fighting evil with the use of holy objects present at Christ's crucifixion, and Aidan is destined to become a member. Still reeling from Father Neil's revelation, Aidan assists his friend Brian by investigating a series of unexplained events at his farm, including eerie lights in the fields at night and his daughter's fixation with an invisible friend. After women with mysterious powers who are hunting down a witch from the 1600s appear, the group embarks on a perilous journey to destroy the Dark Bride before the grinning man's true purpose can come to pass. But they will be drawn into a horrific battle that some will not survive. So that sounds interesting. Okay, that's all the books I got for the last half of January. So if you read any of these, either comment below or press like and subscribe. Great. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye.